Yeah, there we are. Oh, hello. This it's been a while since I've done the first half of the story. So yeah. The idea was to record everything on the same week, but it never happened. And then the event came in, and well, I got distracted, and I never finished the story. So yeah,
Wanna
as
go
you can
for a walk
see,
together? Dusk is a
I
good
did
time
do
for
a
a
lot of
stroll.
stuff in that event. So yeah, I'm going to continue with the story where Caleb is. We left it on the ending of the first part. That was when we were sick and he left for a mission and we wanted to escape to rescue the kid. That's as much as I remember. I remember most of everything, but that's a concise way to do it. Vanishing Skyward completed, so I had to do this part. Still, it's no difference for anyone that's seeing this because I never published the other one because I didn't record this part. So yeah, I did not want to leave it incomplete. So yeah, I mean, better late than never. So let's go. So, night and ending chapter story 1. Let's go.
Why are you staring off into space? Mission's over. But hide the blood on your sleeve before heading inside. Since you're a grown-up now, I won't cover for you this time.
No, stay where you are, Caleb. Yeah, dreaming of combination maybe. Oh, it's morning. Okay. I open my eyes only to be greeted by warm sunlight on my face. It casts a dazzling, hazy halo. As my vision slowly clears, all I see is the snow-white ceiling above. It was all just a dream. I sigh, rubbing my pounding temples. I feel drained, my body heavy. Last night I was supposed to act like I was sleeping, but somehow got dizzy and actually slept. Yeah, whatever medication he gave us. Random thoughts raced through my mind, and I grabbed my phone. The screen shows I had missed many calls. All of them are from Zane. Yeah, we never got to bring him the child.
The hospital can't reach his guardians, which could be a problem. I'll have everything arranged by tomorrow night at the latest.
Then I'll bring Kevy to you at that time. Yeah, we never got to Kevy. Girl, you should never take whatever he gives you. Oh no, Kevy! I dial his number, but the call never connects. I put on my slippers and rush through the door while testing Zane. As I open the door, a barrage of loud news alerts burst forth as morning sunlight casts a gentle glow on the floor. I change and run into the living room, only to smack right into a solid chest. Run right into him. Hi, dude. Caleb's emerged from the bathroom, steam is still coming off his body. Cowards. You should have put him on a towel. I hold my phone and step back, meeting his surprised gaze. I feel my heart pounding in my chest. When did you get back?
Around the crack of dawn.
He casually dries his hair with a towel and walks to the dining table. He grabs a piece
Why
of
are you in a
toast.
rush to leave?
You know I come to my senses, scrambling for a decent excuse. Something came up. I won't be back in time for lunch.
Need a ride?
No, I'll be back before the sunset. Oh. They got to him. Wait a minute, I feel like my model for some reason is being weird. should work? Resetting it should work? I don't want my eyes to be closing all the time. There we go. We failed. I freeze, staring somewhat incredulously at the screen in the middle of the living room. The missing kid has been found?
Yep.
Oh. Oh no. He takes a bite of his toast and as he approaches me, he places one hand on the table on the back of the couch. Where did I get table from? Or maybe I got toast and back and I just combined them or something. Let's start over. He takes a bite of his toast as he approaches me. He places one hand on the back of the couch, his eyes looking over the news.
During last night's operation, they found him in a small garden, not far from the blockade. Oh, and he was holding a fragment of what appeared to be an ether core. He's okay, and the fleet's currently holding onto that shard. If you're really worried, I'll keep a closer eye on his medical updates for you.
I see. Technically speaking, I should have felt relieved that Caleb found him. But there's this weird tension in the air still, weighing down on my heart like a dark cloud. Once Kevy's condition stabilizes, they should allow visitors, right? I want to see him.
Sure thing, Pipsqueak. But why the long face?
Don't look so worried. You know what you were doing. Caleb used to be against me getting involved in anything related to the explosion, yet he's suddenly cool with it. If this whole thing really was just an accident, a series of coincidences, then I should feel okay about it. I'm worried about him. The question I still want to ask remains in my mouth. I take a deep breath and calm myself and notice the faint scent of something metallic. Almost drowned out by the fragrance of his shower gel, it reminds me of blood. I grab his hand. Did you get into a fight during last time's cleanup? Are you hurt anywhere?
I'm A-okay.
Liar. I thoroughly check his hands to ensure there are no injuries.
Really, I'm fine.
Just the hands? It could be anywhere.
But
Yes. All of a sudden, a cold hand touches my forehead.
looks like your fever's gone.
I had a fever?
Yeah. As soon as I got back, I heard you calling out to me in your sleep. So I figured I'd make sure you were doing okay. Was it a nightmare or something?
You could say. It's nothing. Maybe it's because I've been pushing myself too hard lately. Or maybe it was the nightmare from this morning. Either way, I feel anxious. I glance at Caleb, who's grabbing my jacket. He nudges my shoulder to direct me elsewhere.
Why don't you wash up first? I didn't get a chance to take you somewhere yesterday. Do you want to go out today?
I hesitate, and before I can nod, his phone vibrates. He's so annoyed.
It's me. What happened? What's going on?
The voice on the other end of the call wipes the smile off Caleb's face. His brows furrow.
All right.
Yes? What's wrong? You can tell me.
Mia passed away.
No. No. Listen. I don't think she passed away. I'll make a note of that. I don't think she passed away. She's been taken by someone. In that moment, silence extends and wraps around my ears. Sunlight hits the ground, but it still creeps up like vines and steals my breath. Nah. She didn't die. She can't. No. Okay, funeral. I really hope I'm right and this is not a... According to the documents I read, Mia went into septic shock because of her burns. They couldn't save her. Zane examined Mia's emergency treatment records, which perfectly matched the fleet's public statement. The medical records are too thorough. It's almost as if they are hiding something. Besides, no one actually witnessed Mia's death. Exactly! After the academic conference ended, Zane retrieved a classified file and departed with the medical team. He took these mysteries with him. And once he confirmed my safety, he didn't ask any more questions. As for Kevy, whoever went to such lengths to find him clearly wants him alive, for now at least. Don't be too hard on yourself. But the story doesn't end there. The remains of the siblings' parents were found aboard the small vessel Joseph had taken, which further proves his involvement. The Far Space Fleet stepped in to address public concerns and quickly arranged an adoptive family for Kevy. Yeah, no, they are in on it. Everything progressed at an unnaturally rapid pace. The flawless response is too perfect. It was like watching a chess game where every move had been planned in advance.
Is the explosion incident a result of the fleet's negligence?
Has the fleet taken any steps to reflect on its actions? With a full-scale lockdown fast approaching, are there any new protocols in place?
I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Beyond the barricade tape, reporters and photographers with cameras of all sizes gathered together, yet it's eerily calm in front of Mia's grave. When the funeral ends, the crowd disperses. Kevy stands alone in the by the tombstone, fiddling with the black armband that continues to slide down. His face is smooth and boyish. There are neither crystals nor grief. Kevy, are you okay?
Miss?
He looks up at me, studying my expression before revealing a smile.
Yeah, the professor has been very nice. I'm moving to a new place soon.
The professor? Is he the one who adopted Kevy? I'm sorry. I planned to show up that night, but if I had found you sooner...
It's okay. The fleet found me in the end.
He speaks before I can continue, his expression almost devoid of emotion. He's composed. But I thought you said you didn't want to go with the fleet. Something's still off. Kevy managed to avoid being detected even when they did thorough searches. The fleet didn't find him until...
Don't worry, miss. I'll be okay in my new home. I'll miss my sister.
He speaks as if he's stating a fact. And why would a person be sad about something that already became a fact? It's as if I'm the only one who's not quite ready to face reality yet. I push down the sadness bubbling inside me and give him Lucia, who's been cleaned. Here's the plushie Mia left behind. It should stay with its owner. Kevy frowns. He glances at the photo on the tombstone, surrounded by flowers and toys, as if trying to figure out who the person is.
I don't like toys.
Huh.
But because it's from you, I'll take it.
The confusion in his eyes only lasts a moment. When he looks up again, he has that serene smile on his face. Is he brainwashed or something? After Kevy heads off with his new family, I stay where I am, and then I hear a familiar voice behind me. Elliot tips his hat and sets down a fresh bouquet by Mia's grave.
I'm sorry. Some fleet business got in the way.
It's okay, as you're an adjutant. It's normal for me to represent you when needed. For a long time we stand there, silently observing the bright smile on the tombstone.
How's Kevy doing?
Weird. He's doing almost too great to be true.
Maybe the kid's just putting up a front. So, he hasn't really come to terms with his family and sister being gone from this world.
That can't be right. The doubt echoing in my mind almost escapes my lips. I slowly close my eyes and calm down. In less than 2 days, Kevy's condition completely changed from what I saw that night. This must be the fleet's doing. It seems an unseen force pushed for the rapid completion of Mia's funeral and Kevy's adoption. Does this mean Caleb knows what's really going on? Many adults struggle with tragedies such as these. I can only imagine what it's like for a child. Picking up on what I'm saying, Caleb gives my shoulder a comforting squeeze. He looks like he wants to say more, but he just lowers his head. There's a bit of sadness in his eyes.
Don't be too disheartened.
Okay. Ever since the explosion, everything has been wrapped up too well. The wind pushes one of the toys near the tombstone. It rolls and stops at my feet. Caleb bends down to pick it up. He dusts it off, and his insignia gleams silver under the dim light. I play with the hem of my shirt and hold back the questions itching to escape my mouth. I've known Caleb for a long time. I shouldn't doubt him without any evidence.
Let's go. We can relax somewhere else.
You can't.
Colonel?
The communication device on Caleb's wrist vibrates. He grimaces.
What is it?
There's a large group of reporters outside. They're making a scene.
I'll see what's going on.
Yes, Colonel.
Go ahead. I want to spend some more time with Mia.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Caleb. Just as he's about to leave, I stop him. I want to ask something. I look into that familiar gaze. Letting go of the hem I've been clutching, I smile at him. No matter what happens, I can always trust you, right?
Of course.
He moves his arm, seemingly about to ruffle my hair, yet he stops and instead pats my shoulder. He doesn't want the dirt of his hand to get in my hair.
Wait for me.
Dude, I so want to believe you, but I don't. As more people leave, the cemetery quiets down. I go for a stroll. Walking along the gravel path, I'm closer to the exit. But the questions I couldn't bring myself to ask keep flooding my mind. If the Far Space Fleet were the ones who caused the explosion, what could their motive be? How much does Caleb actually know? Is there some untold story to how he became part of the Far Space Fleet? Is it related to the Ether Core fragment? Is that why the fleet was desperate to get their hands on Kevy? But if it was just about the Ether Core fragment, they wouldn't have rescued him. Unless
the kid has something more valuable.
You're here! Okay, wait. Yeah, I know you. Wait, the thing is, this is a very stupid thing. And I just remember it. There have been like a few rumors about like another love interest. And there's people talking about like it's going to be Ever and whatever and stuff like that. But I saw one comment somewhere, I think it was on Instagram. Someone was like, why does Viper look so good? Like as a design. And I was like, true. Yeah, I mean, his voice not that much, but as design wise, like his hair is like a little bit greenish, but also looks very nice. And the long hair, oh god, we really need a love interest with long hair and piercings. Yeah, now that I look at him, I remember that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. This guy has a really nice design. Why is it wasted on just an extra? Sorry. A cool breeze interrupts my thoughts. I turn around and see a dark figure behind me. He leans against the tombstone, his tongue darting in and out like a snake. Cracks and blotches decorate his face.
In this world, a lot of people want an ether core, but only a select few can handle its power without being devoured. And finding individuals like that is incredibly rare.
It's you again.
You're not even pretending to be surprised.
Why are you here? He's so direct.
To kill you, obviously.
As if you can. How lame. Ignoring his bluff, I pull back my gun. Who are you? Are you one of Ever's assassins, or just someone who's interested in the Ether Core?
You managed to avoid the correct answer.
He smirks, his expression showing no signs of being amiable. He holds out his hand to me.
Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Caleb's friend. You can call me Viper.
Is that how you're going to introduce yourself? Seeing how I don't react, he shrugs and takes back his hand. Are you implying that what happened to Kevy was caused by his ability to use an Ether Core?
Don't be too suspicious. Though, seeing you be manipulated like this is annoying. I'm here to lend a hand. Don't you want to know what the fleet and Caleb are really up to?
If you have that information, that would be interesting. What makes you think I believe you? When I express my doubt, he's caught off guard.
Fair point.
While we're talking, the faint hum of a car drifts from the cemetery and extends over the wall. I look in its direction. The rear window slowly goes down. Kevy waves at me. An iron fence between us. I can't discern who the person next to him is. It's probably his guardian.
What a lucky kid. Saved from the fate of being a normal person. It's better to dance to the tune of the strong than live a plain life. A pawn is still a pawn. But they have a chance to survive to the end of a large chess game.
What have you done to him?
Finally, you're asking the right questions.
A hint of mockery flickers in those gray eyes that are fixed on me.
Don't you care about him? Go and see for yourself.
Without realizing it, I catch a small, shiny object that was hurtling towards me. I open my palm and see a uniquely shaped disc.
Tomorrow afternoon, Shell 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. See you later.
That figure sways with the wind before instantly vanishing like mist. Where is this going? Okay, interesting. Okay. Lurking. A memory? Shell 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. Beautiful and secluded villa sits in a white vale. It's impossible to tell whether the building is surrounded by mist or flowing clouds. The signal jammer Viper gave me allows me to silently scale the back wall and enter the courtyard. I like the garden. The trees' shadows cast diagonal lines across the grass and meticulously trimmed shrubs. The road, iron fence enclosing the entire space resembles a carefully crafted prison. What exactly does Viper want me to see? Walking around the tree's shadow, I notice a similar figure standing in the center of the garden.
Miss, you're visiting me.
He smiles, seemingly unperturbed by my sudden appearance. It's nice to see you again, Kevy. I respond with a grin that holds an equal amount of warmth to his smile. Is this your new home? Is everything all right?
The professor said I'd finish my coursework here. He thinks I'm talented, but I still have much to learn.
Huh. As I move closer, I find that Kevy is holding a brightly colored bird in his hands.
I found it in the garden.
He pinches his talons and watches the small bird struggle.
If I break its wings, it can stay here forever. It will die very quickly, though.
Okay.
The professor said if we damage the bird's neuromuscular system, it won't be able to fly, but it will believe it can. Slowly, it'll get used to its life on the ground. The bird will then forget that it's supposed to fly.
Okay. Is that what they are doing to you? A bone-chilling voice, tinged with childlike innocence, sends a shiver down my spine. Gibby, who's the professor? What's he like?
I can't tell you. You're not my family.
Family, huh? Do you remember Mia? After the fleet found you, did something happen? Can you tell me?
My sister? She's dead. The professor said it's wrong to be sad. I shouldn't be sad. I'll have a lot of brothers and sisters. And I'll be strong. I've always believed when you lose a loved one, you're supposed to be sad.
Okay.
But miss, I don't feel that way at all. Should I be sad?
Yeah. Gibby's fingers inadvertently relax, and the bird uses this opportunity to flap his wings and soar into the sky. He lowers his head, tears falling into his hand. A confused expression appears on his face again. I touch his shoulder, ready to speak comforting words, but a faint mechanical noise catches my attention.
System error. Attempting a second reboot. The primary personality is attacking the control program.
I knew it. Okay. My gaze flickers to a thin metal bracelet on Kevy's wrist. It emits a faint blue light.
No. It shouldn't be like this.
Kevy, are you okay? Can you hear me? But no matter how many times I call his name, Kevy doesn't respond. He stands still.
I shouldn't be... I shouldn't forget.
His sentences are fragmented. It's as if some program is taking over his mind.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
That's why he was so confused on whose grave it was. In the blink of an eye, his gaze focuses on me again. Before he can wipe away his tears, he smiles at me and slowly shakes off my hand on his shoulder.
Miss, you're visiting me. That's good. It's time for you to go. The professor will be here soon.
My chest tightens all of a sudden. Is this what Viper wanted me to witness? Did he want me to see Kevy being manipulated to the point where his memories are being rewritten? Could the fleet be behind this? Or maybe... Someone's coming. As the sound of footsteps draw closer, I jump over the wall and hide in the bushes.
Did something happen, Kevy?
Huh? It's nothing. The bird just flew away.
The composed, slightly exhausted voice speaks again.
I see you're struggling to restrain the fragmented consciousness that isn't yours. Those memories, emotions, and feelings don't belong to you. Don't let them consume you.
No. All of a sudden, the air goes still. Then...
Was that girl, Mia, also part of your plan?
Caleb. My heart races all of a sudden. From just beyond the wall, I hear Caleb's voice.
She didn't show any signs of transformation. So why?
You're overthinking it. For normal people like her, we don't need to get too attached.
Fuck you.
Letting your emotions run wild and blaming yourself for every little mistake, it will only hold you back.
Caleb is here? It feels like I've been splashed with cold water. A chill runs down my spine as I try hard to stay calm.
How is everything going on your end?
We'll soon be done with cleanup. As for the salvaging process, we'll pick up the pace.
Salvage?
The plan will be starting again. You must ensure she doesn't interfere with it.
Us. Most likely.
Otherwise, I won't be able to keep this a secret for much longer.
She won't.
Yeah, you're getting in our way. Stepping outside the gate to the garden, Caleb senses something. He stops in his tracks and turns around. All the windows lining the corridor reflect the reddish sunset as they converge at a single point.
What's the matter?
Oh, we can see your face now, you piece of shit.
It's nothing.
The fleeting figure appears to be a trick of the light. He averts his gaze, observing the layers of fog which cover the outer wall.
If that day truly comes, and she discovers everything, I'll keep her hidden. She'll be in a place where no one can find her.
Are you telling that to the guy? Ooh, that's a nice visual. I like that. Despite my extended leave status, my urgent messages doesn't raise any eyebrows among my colleagues in special operations. After requesting support regarding Kevy's condition, I also informed Captain Jenna of my deduction that the Spatium Core fragment had likely fallen into the Farspace Fleet's hands. In response, she repeatedly emphasizes Sky Heaven's complex situation and would rather miss an opportunity than allow me to attempt a risky requisition mission. I promised multiple times not to act rashly. Soon enough, Andrew's search yielded preliminary results. Unsurprisingly, looking up Farspace Fleet and mind-controlled chips gave no result. Of course, I understand. As I end the call, the clamor of traffic fills my ears. Above me, interwoven orbital tracks gleam like flowing streams of stars. The bustling scenery around me feels surreal. The moment I stop focusing on work, all the thoughts I've been pushing down start to rise up. Kelly wasn't just aware of the Farspace Fleet's actions. He also might have been involved in this scheme. Girl, obviously, he's the colonel. Like, he does have some certain responsibilities to fulfill. Think! Could his consistently vague whereabouts and highly classified cleanup be part of it? Yeah, I'm sure. And what happened to the siblings was definitely not an accident, as the professor claimed. One thing's for certain, even if Mia's death was an accident, the fleet deliberately took Kevy. The fleet must be using some kind of chip to control Kevy and Joseph. They probably have goals that extend beyond obtaining ether core fragments. I lower my gaze and notice a metallic glint from my pocket. The necklace I had gifted Caleb still adorns my neck. Amidst the chaos these past few days, I forgot to return it. And in my coat's hidden pocket is a new stealth monitoring chip I brought from Special Operations just in case. Forgive me, Caleb. After a few minutes, I finally pull my phone and dial Caleb's number. Hey.
What's up?
Nothing really. I just wanted to tell you my extended leave from the association is ending. I'll be heading back to Lincoln soon.
Has the date already been set?
No, I've been in Sky Heaven for a couple of days and got caught up in all sorts of things. I haven't had the chance to properly spend time with you. When will you be free? Is right now good?
Sure. I'm ready when you are. Do you have a place in mind?
I look up. A nearby tower, the Aerospace Center, looms over me. Its spire piercing the sky, moonlight gently shines over it. It used to be Caleb's stomping ground back when we worked at the Deepspace Aviation Administration. The serene scene changes as holographic. Advertisements dance among the clouds. Head over to the Sunset Promenade on the Aerospace Center outer ring to witness a type LA? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Supernova thousands of light years away. I hear there's a supernova today. It's not every day we get to see that, right? Let's check it out. Meet me at the Sunset Promenade in an hour. Oh, so that was what I read must have been an ad. Okay. Okay. Are we going to put a GPS on him? That's great. Let's go. That's fun. Interesting. I was hearing what he was saying. Stepping off the shuttle's platform, I see the scenery of the main island unfold before me. As night descends, the ring-shaped net encircling the tower grows like a planetary ring. Amidst the flowing lights of neon signs and holograms, people eagerly discuss the upcoming supernova they will witness. To be honest, I fucking hate that floor. I really hate it. Like those glass floors that are there for like sightseeing. Fucking hate them. It's so unnecessary in my opinion. I don't like them. Oof.
What will happen to the big star, Mom?
It would die.
Maybe they'll... I'm not sure. I'm sorry, honey.
A memory that lay dormant for so long awakens and envelops my thoughts. Hello, you have another project?
My science teacher wants us to build models. Everyone's either doing the solar system or a black hole. It's boring. Do you remember the supergiant Gran showed us? The one that's 2,300 light years away? Its supernova will be the one our generation has the best chance of witnessing firsthand. I want to see it.
Ah, this is the one that he was talking about. Would he not remember this? When we asked him or something? Is it the one that it was mentioned before? Wait. It's the 2,300 light years away. Yeah, 2,300. I mean, it could be like more or less, but yeah, maybe it's the same one. Oh, I remember. Didn't she also use it as an example? She said that no matter what difficulties we face in the future, you should protect me. It's like how a ring system protects this planet.
Gran never said that, though. Are you just remembering what you want to hear again?
But she did say it. Oh. Boy, are you missing memories?
Actually, Gran said that powerful stars are destroyed by forces from within. Meanwhile, fragile humans need to endure outside forces.
Well, it all depends. Sometimes it does come from within.
We don't need to face the future alone, though. It's like how planets and their ring systems are born together. They'll also fade away together.
I basically said that. Anyway, you have to help me finish this week's extra reading assignments. Cute. Is it going to get here, or is it going to not be able to witness it? I come to my senses. This place is crowded, and everyone is trying to find the best spot on the sunset promenade. Someone steps on my foot. As I try to step to the side, I lose my balance and stumble into an unexpected embrace.
Sorry for the wait.
A hand grabs my wrist. I look up and see Caleb's slightly amused expression. Caleb.
In Skyhaven, you can catch a glimpse of cosmic wonders every now and then. Though this is the first time I get to see a supernova. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Why is he acting like nothing happened? Why is it always so difficult to understand what he's thinking? Caleb grins and leans in.
Where'd you go today?
Sightseeing. I just walked around.
This place is packed. Hold on tight. Don't get lost, Pipsqueak.
I'm not a little girl. Caleb, slow down. Just dragging me around. He grabs my hand and walks quickly. Yet his grip is firm. It reminds me of when we were in school. He always held my hand like this back then. For a moment, I'm stunned. I start to question if the voice I heard this afternoon is really his. How could Caleb change? No, he hasn't changed at all. If anything's different. it should not be him. As I watch him walk, a bizarre idea pops into my head for no reason. Is there something inside Caleb that's controlling him? Is it changing him? I mean, we did see it with Kevi, so I wouldn't put it past
Over
them to have it on their forces. On the edge of the viewing platform, Caleb discreetly moves to stand behind. Caleb discreetly moves to stand behind me. He acts like a shield from the bustling crowd. Below the glass floor, clouds ripple like waves while a hologram appears to start the countdown. We can see Sky Heaven's University clock tower from here. And look at all those fighter jets over there. Is that the aerodrome for Aerospace Academy?
Yep. With exams on the horizon, I bet a bunch of my juniors are preparing themselves for some serious cramming.
The last time I visited the Sky Heaven University was for your graduation. Time flies.
It sure does.
Do you regret it? Philip leans on the railing, turns to me and smiles.
Regret what?
Being admitted to the Aerospace Academy and becoming those 1 in 10,000 deep space fighter pilots. I hesitate, unable to find the right word. You're on an entirely different path now. It wasn't one you chose in the beginning.
Stuff changes all the time. It's fine. What about you? When you were a kid, you nagged me about using my evol to hold you up high. You even insisted I launch you into space. Do you still dream about exploring the universe?
That's just nonsense, kids say. Caleb raises his head. There's a fleeting sadness on his face. I almost wonder if I had imagined it.
Back at the shelter, I remember you said your home was beyond the stars. But we couldn't even get past the walls and barbed wire.
Yeah, the teachers always said the outside world is dangerous. We were too little to go out. So when we are cooped in one place for so long, the outside world can be more appealing than ever. Yet all we could do was hang out on the rooftop and count the fighter jets flying past us. I once asked you about why they would crash. I once asked you about why they would crash and if the old road by the shelter led to the sea.
The fighter jets crashed because they got attacked by wanderers. As for that railroad, at the end of it is a patch of weeds. We'll figure out everything about this world, one step at a time.
Really? I'm starting to think some people's hearts are more mysterious than the world itself. Like you, for example. You're a walking vault of secrets right now. I can't tell if my thoughts are written all over my face to the point where he can see everything. I'll look into his eyes and hope to receive an acceptable response.
Well, Pipsqueak, since you're interested in secrets, there is one thing.
Oh? Which is? Pretty. The noisy crowd suddenly falls silent. You know what? Give me a sec. That's very nice. I like that. The noisy crowd suddenly falls silent, and dazzling light fades into the night. The hologram's light continues to glow like water. Only the countdown remains. He grins at me, his voice as serene as a passing flock of birds. He grins at me, his voice as serene as a passing flock of birds. What you gonna say?
It's starting.
The people around us look towards the sky, but his gaze remains fixed on me. I almost lose myself in his eyes. After a moment, I find my voice and flash him a smile. All right, close your eyes. I have a surprise for you. I put the necklace from my pocket and put it around his neck.
Who gives the same gift twice?
Okay, but who lost a precious gift from others? If it disappears again, there won't be a next time.
All right. I promise I won't lose it again.
You better not. Oof, that's loud. I'm not going to read it because, yeah. Ooh, looks nice. That took me completely by surprise. I would not have been able to read it even if I wanted to. The electromagnetic radiation from the supernova will persist for some time. To protect Sky Heaven, a floating city powered by energy, aerial shields have been activated above us. After we witness this brief brilliance, night descends onto the cityscape once more. Tonight Caleb will go out again. According to him, Sky Heaven's lockdown will be over soon, along with the cleanup. I say goodnight to him in advance, then I enter my bedroom, draw the curtains and force myself to close my eyes as I rest on the bed. In these dark hours of the night, I eventually hear the door being pushed open. The faint sound of footsteps draw closer. Realizing it's Caleb, I keep my breathing steady as I pretend to be asleep. A gentle touch lands on my forehead. He's gone. Why did Caleb? My mind is in turmoil. I press my hand against my chest, trying to stop my heart from pounding too quickly, and slowly get up. I look out the window and see the night scenery. I feel like he was just checking our fever, I think, or something, I'm not sure. Then, taking a deep breath, I activate the tracking feature on my hunter's watch. Or he was checking if we were asleep so he could leave. I activate the tracking feature on my hunter's watch. Target is being tracked. It seems Caleb hasn't discovered the tracker embedded in the necklace. Or he did and didn't care. With all these complex leads, only Caleb can unravel these mysteries as he's burdened with countless secrets. When I try to leave, I notice the door doesn't budge. Did Caleb intentionally lock me in the house? I raise my gun and aim at the lock. Girl. I mean, is it that weird to lock the door when you leave, even if you have someone there? I mean, they don't have your keys, but if you're not expecting them to leave, then I wouldn't call it locking you in. If they left at night when you were sleeping, they most likely were going to return. I don't know. Is it just me? You should always close your doors. Who will leave the door open? Anyways. Without a second thought, I pull the trigger. I just love that her solution was like gun. Shoot it. Covert operation. Okay, we're going to follow him. Wait, I should have brought myself some water. Give me a second. Okay, I can continue reading. Flares illuminate the night sky. They are bright enough to make it seem like daytime. Meanwhile, destroyed street lights sway in the wind. 2 to 3 story steel structures cast looming shadows on the cracked pavement, a palette of dark, cold hues surrounding them. Amidst this desolation, the only source of vibrant color is the orange barricade tape. How can there be a place like this in Sky Heaven? Thick wild grass covers the ground, a testament to the years having been abandoned. Yet these pieces of metal shine as if they are new. Beyond the bars of steel, the faint outlines of various aircraft hint at this place's history. The signal from the necklace abruptly vanishes here. There must be a signal jammer in this area.
Test Site 5 has been cleaned. We will now advance to the east zone.
Yes?
That.
Shh! Quickly now. They won't find us here.
Before I can react, I'm pulled into a makeshift shelter made from discarded
It's
equipment.
just the rain. We need to keep moving.
Also, someone was there. Turn around and pull my gun, only to see a young girl's face illuminated by the light reflected off a puddle. Crystals adorn her skin. She wears a thin dress, but she's perturbed in such color, unperturbed in such cold rain. In the distance, officers wearing Farspace Fleet uniforms move closer. They are armed and on high alert.
Isn't it weird how these monsters are getting more aggressive?
The contamination levels here are extremely high. They're practically indistinguishable from wanderers now. Stay frosty. This batch of specimens is on the brink of transformation. Salvage value at 0%. Requesting confirmation to do the cleanup.
Oh, the cleanup is of the test subject. Specimens. Is she one of them? The crystalline growth on the girl's body are similar to Kevi's, but far more severe. She's almost completely transformed into one of the monsters from the N109 zone.
Hey, can you check if I'm still alive? Is my heart still beating?
Urging me, the girl grabs my hand and presses it to her chest. I look down. A fist-sized cavity covered in crystals is in her chest. Within it, a large crystal pulsates and eerily glows in the place where her heart should be. What happened to you? Her skin, drained of all its color, as she stands in the rain, betrays the weight of her memories as she cowers.
I was dying. Someone whisked me away from the ward and took off the white cloth on my face. They made a promise. After one experiment, I could live again. Who wouldn't want that?
As she speaks, the crystals creep further up her neck, yet she appears oblivious to them.
It's a shame. If I passed the test, I could have been the professor's daughter.
Oh. Curling up into a ball, she hides her face and muffles her sobs. The rain covers her anguish. The professor, the one who took Kevi under the pretense of her adoption.
Professor, who gave us a second chance at life. He's our father.
Now I know for sure he was the one walking next to Caleb at the villa. He's definitely involved in this experiment, and he must have something to do with the Farspace Fleet. The lockdown and cleanup are just a cover. The fleet's true targets are these.
Your power. It's warm. And you smell really nice.
I'll take it as a compliment, but I suppose you're about to attack me. Lightning split the night sky, casting a light on this narrow space. She stops sobbing. The girl raises her head, and I see her tear-streaked face. Click, the crystals fall. Those dark eyes are consumed. There are only empty eye sockets reminiscent of the eye holes in a mask.
Can I?
Oh, sorry. No, girl. You can't. I'm so sorry.
Can I eat you?
No. She seems to lose consciousness, but then her cold fingers grab my wrist.
Your strength. Give it to me.
Sensing her abnormal strength, I swiftly pull back. I use the momentum to throw the girl off balance and force her to fall on to her knees. Raindrops trickle down her temple. Her skin is like a human's. I hesitate for a second before reaching for my gun. A single moment costs me. A sharp pain shoots up from my knee. The crystalline spikes protruding from her shoulders pierce my left leg. My blood mixes with the rain.
I said, you should let me eat you.
It's as if a silent signal has been given. Several figures emerge from the shadows and stagger towards me. Black crystals have almost engulfed every part of their bodies. They are barely recognizable as humans from their outlines. The crackling sound of burning flesh resounds in my ears again. Their silhouettes blur with the ones I remember from the N109 zone. Those things are already here. They are all here for the other core. As they close in, I have no choice but to fight through the pain. I push the girl away, holding my gun. I struggle to stand. Yeah, your knee is very useful most of the time. Bullets go through the rainfall and pierce the legs of two figures at the front of the group. However, they don't stop. Gritting my teeth, I aim for the shoulders of these people. Another shot rings out, and the girl's twisted convulsions come to an abrupt stop, but I didn't pull the trigger. The figure before me dissipates into energy particles. It's similar to how a wanderer disintegrates after death.
I found the missing specimens. Stop them.
Yeah. Better get away. Several lights shine harshly, and I hear the synchronized sound of guns being drawn. A bullet whizzes past my ear, yet those people who have been shot multiple times continue to lunge at me. Amidst the howling winds, the space in front of me distorts. A vortex appears, sucking in and tearing apart 2 or 3 looming figures. What is that? The rain stops. Yeah. And the smoke from guns and crystal particles appear to be suspended in time. Yep. He uses gravity. Hi. You wonder why I'm here. Through the veil of raindrops, an indifferent face gradually comes into focus. Raindrops are deflected away. Caleb. Frozen in place, I don't know if I should call out his name.
What are you doing here?
Wouldn't you like to know? I should be the one asking you that. Fair. I mean, we all know what he's doing. He's under orders, but... I bite my lip before speaking in a more serious tone. These monsters and wanderers are actually what you're cleaning up, right? He takes a step forward and seizes my wrist with a lot of strength.
Now do you see? In this world, there will always be people who want your power.
In a dance of light and shadow, his expression remains indiscernible. And before I can open my mouth, the cries of wanderers fill the air. I avert my gaze. The remaining figures struggle against the vortex, and the metaflux slowly dissipates. As the wind screams, the energy particles coalesce into a large wanderer. He roars before advancing towards Caleb. You don't have to tell him to be careful, he can handle it.
You're the one who needs to be careful.
Yeah, you shouldn't be getting caught. With a stern expression, he grabs my shoulder and pulls me behind him.
Are you trying to prove you're strong enough to trespass into restricted zones by yourself? At night? You should only do that sort of thing when you're not throwing yourself into danger.
I want to say something. I want to refute him, but he's kind of right. Like. Give me a second. Don't stop. There we go. Because it changes and stuff. So yeah, I need to change that. Yeah. That should be good.
My turn.
Oof. I'm gonna use that repulsion. Keep moving.
Not going to use the...
The waves can't touch us then.
Ah, yeah, okay. But for some reason, my...
Smart.
It doesn't really want to help.
You should think before charging in.
I know.
The emulator did not want to do things. Okay, there you go.
Time to change our strategy.
Eat this.
Yeah, this is the ones that I need to do this.
Get behind the rocks.
This.
The waves can't touch us then.
Wait. There.
It's only got smart. Now I can relax.
Smart. Oh my goodness.
I won't let you get hurt again. Take cover. Wait for my signal. Fire. Now's our chance to strike.
Bring it on.
Once we take
Kill
out the
it.
repulsion
There.
core, it won't stand a chance.
Oh, there's like few things that I need to do there. Okay.
Requesting amber.
Looks like we're perfectly in sync.
Oh, okay.
Step back. Keep yourself safe.
Aha. Okay, yeah.
Start firing now. Time to play peekaboo with the rock spikes. Hide behind it.
Ah, there's like aha.
It's
Okay.
okay. You still have me.
I'll show you.
Do that. I don't generally prefer to do the weakness before doing this, but
Target
sure.
has entered the containment zone.
Pursuing target.
I like that ultimate. It
Positions
looks
locked.
really cool. I only have one of the cards for that set. Hope I can get the
I won't
second
let you
one.
get hurt again.
It's a pretty
My
useful unit. No. Oh, no.
Focus fire. Time to play peekaboo with the rock spikes. Hide behind it.
Cover.
Smart.
There we are.
Now I can relax a little.
Requesting amber.
Request approved. Wait for my signal. Fire.
Ah.
Now's our chance to strike.
That's a good one. That's a really good ability.
You and
There
I
we go.
are going.
It's been so long since I've used this unit for anything, so I completely forgot how to use it. Oh yeah, I can get a few more gems for it. Nice. Let's see. Dark side. We can continue. The fleet ship cruises smoothly in the sky as if it's currently on autopilot. It resembles a colossal beast lurking in the night. Outside the porthole, an endless stream of stars flickers like a shimmering wave of light. In the aircraft cabin, Caleb puts me on the bed. Retrieving the first aid kit, he sets it down and carefully removes the bloody fabric from my knee. Under the harsh light, blood continues to flow. His gloves are dyed a bright crimson. I look away.
Does it hurt? Are you mad at me?
Yeah. No, let's say no. As I hear him take out medicine and equipment, I start to turn around, but then his hand covers my eyes. A fine needle pricks my skin, and the searing pain instantly dissipates. Caleb. I raise my head and look into his eyes. The explosion in the Cascade district was just a convenient excuse to justify the cleanup. Then there's Kevin and Mia. Give me a second. I'm not touching anything. Then there's Kevin and Mia. Those were manufactured accidents too. You. What have you been doing behind my back? Is it really behind your back if it's its job? Philip wipes away the blood from my knee and disposes of the syringe. He retrieves a surgical
What do you
strap.
think could have happened if I hadn't been there tonight?
But we knew you were, so I'll shut up. Like the surgical skin stapler leaves behind a faint mark.
I can't bear going through the same pain again. Or do you want me to re-experience that loneliness because I left you?
Listen, you do not get the right to tell me anything about it. You're the one that died and came back to life, so shut the fuck up. Sorry, I'm still offended about it. That's not...
You shouldn't throw yourself into danger anymore.
Click. His fingers touch the stitched area and wipe away the tiny droplets of blood.
Whether those people live or die tonight, it doesn't matter anymore.
There's no way to talk about people that were experimented on.
Anyone who dares to wield power that isn't theirs must pay the price. The explosion was just an opportunity for the fleet to intervene. You arrived in Skyhaven at the wrong time.
Are you talking about the experiments, or are you, that you cleaned up, or are you talking about the kid's parents? Anyways, it's kind of bad, but why didn't you tell me sooner?
Would anything change? Would it even make a difference?
Maybe we wouldn't be so curious if it had actually told us this stuff. Come on, man, you know she cares. It's never good to hide everything. He sets down the surgical skin stapler and bandages my wound. Then he calmly meets my gaze. So, you kept me in the dark to stop me from doing anything. Did you really think I wouldn't question such protection? Caleb remains silent. I lick my dry lips, suddenly tired of arguing with him. Fine. Once your fleet ship lands, I'll leave.
No, you won't.
Excuse me? The fuck you mean you won't?
Since you managed to escape once, we'll be going somewhere else.
He lifts my hand and cups my cheek. Yet his fingers are freezing cold.
I will protect you.
Nah. Nah.
Until everything is resolved, I need to make sure you're safe and sound.
Who did the Colonel bring back?
No. Fuck you. I mean, I guess he tried to be more civil, and we didn't give a shit, so now he's just resorting to other methods, but no. That is not protection, boy. That is not... No. The nurses.
Who knows? But since he ordered us to take good care of her, she's probably not a nobody.
With the mission over, Caleb takes me to the special care unit on the Fast Space fleet ship. I can't even step outside of it. The walls, white as snow, are adorned with all sorts of medical devices. The multicolored indicator lights dancing incessantly. I don't know his rationale or how exactly I'm being kept here, though I can't care less right now.
Maybe she's also getting sent to Colonel.
To where?
How is she?
The medical examination is done. We're just waiting for the analysis. But because of the rain, the equipment indicates her vital signs are abnormal.
Because of the rain?
Colonel, who's the injured?
An important target for observation. Is there a problem?
No, I was just curious. I've never seen her before, so...
I look at the blue and white medical gown I'm wearing. It's ironic I got labeled as a target for observation. Do you have a glass cup or something? The moment he enters the room, throw it at him. Conversation draws to a close and is replaced by the sound of familiar footsteps getting closer. I return to the bed and lie down as if I haven't heard them speak. The door opens silently and Caleb walks in. The room lights adjust with his pace every step. Literally, I think would be the one to be like, oh, so I'm like an object of, what was it? An observation object, or what? Target for observation. I would just 100% mention that. Just out of pettiness.
Morning.
As he nears the bed, the room brightens up as if to imitate the... As he nears the bed, the room brightens as if to imitate the breaking dawn. He pulls up a chair and sits down.
How are you feeling? We're in a bit of a stalemate, huh?
Yeah. I'm just that petty. Caleb taps the vital signs monitor on the wall, and various data values appear in midair. My heart rate, my breathing rate, everything but my current mental state is right in front of him. I need to leave.
You'll be out of here soon enough.
He meets my gaze, his words seemingly admonishing me. When?
Depends on when your vital signs return to normal.
Since last night, I've heard the same response 3 times now. A question takes hold of me, it sends shivers down my spine. Caleb. It's been a while since I've said his name like that. Touched. Caleb's gaze finds mine. Wait, we just... Caleb, I need to leave. What, it's like a different tone?
Yes?
When you made me take all medicine that night, it wasn't just because you were concerned about my health, right?
You already figured out everything, right? Aren't I pathetic?
You are. Tolerate us. And this is just an excuse. You never planned to let me go since the beginning. Yes! See? Main character kind of thinks like me. Great. Just drench him in water. I've had enough of him not telling me the truth. I take the cup from the table and throw it at him. Cup collides with his body and then shatters into pieces.
Did that help you calm down?
No, but at least I did something. Water droplets fall and drench his immaculate uniform, yet his gaze remains unfazed. I should have thrown another one, too. To his face. The person before me stays composed. The Caleb I once knew is gone.
Get some rest. It'll help you relax. I'll check in on you later tonight.
Bring another glass of water while you're at it. I'll need a few. For each time you come visit. Escape, because yes, we're never going to stay still. Yay, we never learned. Let's go. Groggy, I open my eyes again. The world outside has already descended into darkness. A few lights twinkle like fireflies in the heavy mist. I sit up and scan my surroundings, belatedly realizing I'm not at home. Everything that has led up to this moment feels like a surreal dream. The lights? I whip my head around and look out the window again. I can't clearly see what's outside, but in the mist are the outlines of tall buildings. Since Caleb wants to take me back to HQ, it seems the first place fleet ship has landed. It's a starship that spends most of its time in the sky and doesn't always touch the ground, so it's your opportunity to get off it.
What's wrong? Where does it hurt?
I feel cold for some reason. My head is spinning, I can't see anything.
Hold on. I'll call for the doctor.
In one swift move, I pick up her limp body, place her on the bed and tuck her in. I'm sorry. I can get her in a lot of trouble for that. After putting on the nurse's face mask and uniform, I push the cart along as I leave. Several officers wearing uniforms approach me. I lower my gaze and walk past them. But before I can breathe a sign of relief, a voice calls out to me.
Excuse me, nurse.
How can I help you? I turn around and make sure I don't stutter as I speak. A fleet officer walks up to me. He frowns as he gives me a once-over.
You're heading toward the armory. Why does a nurse need to be there?
I'm sorry, I thought the pharmacy was this way. I come down and lie to him without missing a beat. I guess the person who gave me directions misunderstood my question. Fortunately, this explanation seems to have fooled him. He nods and points to the corridor in the opposite direction.
The pharmacy is over there. The armory is a restricted area, so you shouldn't be wandering around.
Okay, thank you, sir. I haven't even taken a few steps when the fleet officer calls out to me again.
Wait.
Yes? Is there something else you need?
You have stabilizers there, right?
He grabs 3 syringes from a box on the cart and shows me the number on his chest.
I'm taking some with me. Write it down on the list later.
Yeah, sure, of course. He finally vanishes after making a turn around the corner, and my heart finally relaxes. What did he mean by stabilizer? I pick up a syringe from the box and turn it over to look at its label. Drug name, Sibacin. It can be used to combat emotional outbursts, enhance cognitive functions, and help patients stabilize their mental state. Only those with Turing chips may use this. This drug should not be used daily. Yeah, That's what it was. Yep. Yeah, and he crashed. Now. Okay, there you go.
You planted a mind control device in me. It's that chip.
Ah, yeah. He did say that.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
Yep. That chip must be the Turing chip. That fleet officer must also have one. An absurd thought pops into my head. If chip implantation is common in the fleet, then Caleb might have gotten it too. In that case, maybe everything he's done so far wasn't of his own volition. Could the changes in his behavior also be related to the Turing chip? For a moment I can't tell if I'm onto something or trying to excuse his actions. A little bit of both. A few meters away, a large door suddenly opens. I hear a very familiar voice speak.
Colonel?
My heart skips a beat. I retreat and try to hide in a corner of the corridor. Before I can see who's with Caleb, however, he turns. His back blocks my view.
I heard you'll lead the fleet on a patrol through the depths of the Deepspace tunnel in 3 days.
Uh-huh. In 3 days.
Fountain of Atay is about to enter its next phase. A banquet will be held in your honor before you leave.
I can't attend the celebratory banquet anyway. I have some personal matters to deal with.
The higher-ups gave the order. You shouldn't ignore them.
Caleb doesn't speak for a moment before he responds in a lower voice.
Speculating on other people's thoughts isn't my forte. And since I've taken your place, I can order you to leave. Now.
Caleb reaches out and presses the sensor on the wall. The door rises. The man grunts as he leaves. Are we getting caught? Yes. In the empty corridor, Caleb suddenly turns around and looks at where I'm hiding. Girl, you can't be this easily found out. I freeze and don't move. 2 seconds later, a shadow looms over me and grabs my wrist.
Playing hide and seek now? Did you really think you wouldn't be noticed? There are eyes in every nook and cranny. Does it look like you can escape?
You were brave enough to bring me to HQ. That means no matter who's suspicious of me, you'll have my back, right? He stares at me for a long time, and then he laughs. For some reason, an ominous feeling washes over me. Let go of me.
You want to go home, right? I'll take you there now.
Yeah, but I want to go to my home, not yours. We're having a miscommunication here. From the Fast-Paced Fleet headquarters to his home, Caleb remains silent. Click, the door is now locked. This is what you meant by safe and sound. Lowering his gaze, he says nothing. Following his gaze, I find the wound on my knee has reopened.
Doesn't it hurt?
Answer my question first. I have to look at that. It's like his eyes are turning on and off. Like, in a way, I know it's just the reflection that it appears and doesn't appear sometimes, but there, he looks so dead. Suddenly picks me up and walks into the living room. Look, as much as I question him and as much as I treat him like shit sometimes and I'm super petty, I really like his character. Captain Bird. These chapter titles. Ooh. Yeah?
Sit first. We need to tend to your wound.
Sorry.
Is the Colonel ordering me around, or is Caleb worried about me?
Which of the two, yeah. Get your paws off me. I would do that, but yeah.
Do you remember that injured cat you brought back home? Back when we were kids? We kept it in the backyard. But that cat always kept trying to run away before it fully recovered.
I don't want to listen to this.
Do you want to know what I did in response?
He's using his gravity evil on our leg so we don't move. Okay.
I got a collar with a bell. I put it on the cat. That way, it couldn't escape without being noisy. If I had that kind of bell right now, I should make you wear it, right?
You're already wearing one we gave you, so... Is this your protection?
Is this how you'll protect me? I just need to be glued to your side?
Apparently.
I know, it's unfair, but...
Analyzing vital signs.
Because of that monster, your wound is infected. Is there truly a way for you to run around without getting injured?
Are you still the Caleb who confronted danger with me?
Ah, that hurt.
I've had enough of your protection.
Yeah, you're being too much. Are you fighting something? Yeah, you are fighting something.
If being with me only brings you pain, then just put up with this for 3 more days.
What are you going to do?
Tie up loose ends. And then, all of this will be over. I just need 3 days.
Maybe on your side? 3 days
Our
later.
reporters out in the field confirm the lockdown will be lifted after being in effect. The Force-based fleet assures everyone that the explosion in the Cascade District will not happen.
After all this is over, the fleet will return to the Deepspace tunnel. You'll be safe, for now.
In other words, you'll just disappear again and not even say anything?
I'll be gone. Aren't you happy that you won't have to see me then?
Here's the thing. You're taking it all wrong. It's not that she doesn't want to see you. It's that she doesn't want to see you being like that. You know, just treating people badly and not being respectful of our choices and stuff like that. That's the one thing that we don't want to see. Don't be dramatic. Don't act like, oh, now you don't want to see me and stuff like that. Because no, that's not it. You're not Raphael. I would forgive Raphael for being a drama queen every single time he is, but not you. Not you. No. Because you're not being... I feel like you're not being like this as a joke. As a way to catch attention. I don't know. Just, dude. Speak! Talk! She wants to talk to you. You piece of shit. You don't need to solve this. You don't need to find a solution. You don't need to solve it for you, for us. We have to talk.
I'm about to leave. It'd be nice if we had a meal together.
So,
see, that's
I
the
have
problem.
to listen to the Colonel even when it comes to eating and drinking now?
You can be mad, but don't let it affect your health.
I'm not mad.
Growing up, we knew each other so well. Better than most, even. I could see through your lies when you'd blink. Bite your lip, and I could tell you were upset.
And what is all that for? Like, if you can't really do... You can't really, behave? I see the little thingy there and I'm just like, grab him by the collar or something.
In that case, tell me, what am I thinking about right now? I wonder, how did you turn into someone I hardly recognize?
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Oh, I know. You're thinking some chip got put into my brain, right? And now I'm no longer who I used to be? What if I told you I was always like this?
Put your fucking hand off
Your
me.
life has threats around every corner. The people who are after your power, who want to hurt you, they should all just disappear.
I mean, I kind of agree with that.
You're only safe
but
when you're by my side.
No, I'm not.
I'd rather face danger head on than safely live like this. I don't need you.
Yes, that's the thing.
You don't need me? Is that what you think?
Yes, that's the problem.
All right. What do you need? You can tell me. We can return to Lincoln if that's what you want. If you want to return to the past, we'll rebuild our old house and move in together. And if one house
That's
isn't
not
enough,
the problem.
I'll build you a whole maze. I'll decorate it with everything you could ever want. It will be the most beautiful, stunning garden you've ever seen.
Wow.
No one will be able to find you ever
That's
again.
the problem, see?
I'll
You
protect
yourself
you
by
forever.
saying it. That's the problem. That's the thing.
You can't just... You're very important to me, and no one could ever replace you.
Really?
Ow.
I always held myself back and endured day after day after day. It was suffocating.
Yeah, obviously there's a thunderstorm.
I'm tired of playing these games.
What games are you talking about? The ones where you're actually a good person and are respectful? Like, that's the problem. You can give as much as you think the other person wants, but what's the point of having someone being a prisoner if you're not going to let them do anything? Like, that's the problem, dude. I like the story. I like his character a lot. This is great, but you know, it's kind of making me mad. This guy making me angry. Crossroads. That was a pretty interesting chapter. I liked it a lot. Let's go. Let's see how it continues. I found Caleb again, and yet the familiar person from my memories has been eaten away by some indescribable hidden pain. Only fragments remain. The night sky above sky heaven is clear, but all its secrets are somewhere in the bottomless, unfathomable depths of his eyes. The night before he left, I dreamed about our childhood. I dreamt of Caleb and me running down the streets, skipping class, grabbing ice cream, and reading comic books. And I dreamt of that day when we held hands and became part of each other's lives.
Remember this. From now on, I'll always be by your side. It's okay. I'll always be there for you. And I won't hurt you. Why are you crying here by yourself? Who bullied you? It's okay. I'll avenge you. Hold my hand. You won't have to worry about losing your way when I'm here.
The what? The gun trail left by the fleet ship splits the sky. It's like a line between dreams and reality. Rays of light pierce the clouds and bring the world back to a new sunny day. Oh god. On the runway, fleet ships are ready and waiting for the colonel to give the signal. It feels like whenever we say goodbye, I'm always sending you off.
I guess it won't be a painful experience this time.
This is a little bit of a jump from one thing to the other. I'll try to see if there's anything like a card in the middle that I need to do for your story. So yeah, I guess it won't be a painful experience this time. Okay. His hands moves, probably to ruffle my hair, but he hesitates. His arm soon falls to the side.
All right. I'll be going now.
Yeah. I lower my head, lump forming in my throat.
Make sure you eat on time. Look after yourself.
Yeah, there certainly is something in the middle that I would need to add. No way we went from being fighting to this. Caleb turns around, his back disappearing as it gets farther and farther away. The fleet ship takes off and disappears into the sky, becoming specks in the distance.
I was so bored without you. I almost became a shriveled up peach.
Hara is so cute.
By the way, Jenna mentioned you were at Sky Haven for a wedding. But what kind of wedding lasts that long?
Oh, you know, my old friend is...
My boss is calling. Let's catch up later.
I end the call and put my phone back into my pocket. That's when I noticed there's a strange object in it. Huh? When did this... I take it out and get a closer look under the sun. It's an old yellow piece of paper with a kid's handwriting. Forgiveness upon coupon for Kayla, valid for 100 years. Holding it, I feel a wave of sadness, like bubbles ready to burst, erupt from the depths of my heart. I love you, dummy. I can't figure out what's real or fake with Caleb. But what I know for sure is that this person was important to me. I don't want to lose him a second time. The first place space fleet has the spatium core fragment, and with that the chapter on the explosion incident draws to a close. However, Mia's fate is enshrouded in mystery, and Kevy's future is uncertain with that chip. This isn't an ending, but the beginning of another story. An invisible web has been cast with the Ether Core, acting as a lead ball. As a result, it has created a gravitational field that's as strong as a black hole. Ever, the far space fleet, myself, who knows how many more pieces are being pulled in. Either way, they are slowly and quickly rolling into a void. The Turing chip, the fountain of Ate that was mentioned recently, those patients turn into monsters via experiments. Everything seems to lead back to one source, the professor who's lurking in the shadows. Yeah, that guy. In the heart of Sky Heaven's main island, opposite of the Aerospace Center, are rows and rows of new buildings that popped up recently. Inside one of them, researchers are scurrying around with papers and walking into different labs. They are preparing to announce the biggest breakthrough of the century, so there's no room for mistakes. Philip silently stands in the elevator as it climbs to a non-existent floor that can only be accessed with special clearance. The doors slide open and he walks down a great corridor and towards an arched door. A device with a faint green light scans his eyes, then the door quietly opens. Before him, a scene unfolds. It's vastly different from the dull gray and white of his surroundings earlier. A seemingly endless expanse of lush green trees stretches out under a glass dome and shiny silver roof.
We went ahead and recycled those
Hi, Viper.
abandoned flux nexuses. Then, we paid the N109 zone a visit to get info on Onikinus. Our Skyhaven gig is almost over. Where's our next stop? We practically spoiled Ever, and those old people in the fleet. We're like their personal hitmen.
Does he ever stop talking?
I'm not sure, man.
Don't think I won't beat you up because you're a kid.
Don't pick a fight with a kid.
You two, stop
Who are you?
The professor said we're family, and families are all about love and kindness.
Viper leans against a massive tree. He puts his hands behind his head as he grumbles to himself. The other two are sitting nearby. A little boy and a girl wearing a black dress.
Where's Mr. Overprotective? Did he check in on his little hunter girl again? Healthy relationships are ideal, but the twisted ones, that's where the drama...
Oh, sorry. Before he can even finish, his head is made to spin 180 degrees. He finds himself staring into that brooding gaze. What's more frightening is that this person is genuinely smiling at him.
Your attempts to mess with me are lacking in creativity.
Where's the professor?
Inside. Can't you at least put my head back in place before you go?
Oh, he's cracked. A small mechanical bug flies in. It perches on his finger for a second before darting to the vegetation.
14 years ago, Josephine and her team defected. They kept quiet about that kid being the best test subject.
Yes, Josephine is our grandma.
The Gaia Research Center was destroyed during the Chrono Rift catastrophe, and then the N109 zone took over. With Onikinus and those gangs around, retrieving their old experimental data and equipment is not an easy thing. Josephine and her researchers have been using fake names for years and kept this achievement of theirs a secret. But our investigation has paid off. Not to mention, Josephine and her traitors got what they deserved.
Ah, fuck you.
That means you found the child who disappeared back then.
From what we've seen and how she's been acting, her powers haven't activated yet.
The man with salt and pepper hair glances to the side. The youngster has entered the room.
Compared to that broken thing, I'm a weapon perfectly primed forever.
Caleb calmly looks up and stares at the hologram in the air. It displays a massive hospital ward. In the darkness, there's a figure who's barely visible.
I've been waiting for many years.
The man on the hospital bed finally peeks out of the gloom. Half of his face is on the thinner side. His skin is so pale that it's almost transparent, and his voice carries the weight of pure fatigue.
So, don't make me wait anymore.
Who the fuck are you?
Of course.
After the man mentions a few key points, Caleb nods and walks into the lush green scenery. All is quiet. Then Professor Lucius raises his head, his gaze fixed on the hologram materializing in midair.
The Fountain of Atay will be put into motion.
It's like a project or something.
Soon reveal its revolutionary vision to the world. We'll track down the missing child, but now isn't the best time.
He glances at the figure who has long vanished into the verdant vegetation, his gaze lingering on his right arm. There, hidden beneath the surface, lies the price Caleb paid to be brought back to life.
At least it will be before he becomes completely useless.
The human body is far too fragile. But by surrendering warmth and sensation, even the simplest modifications can transform flesh and bone into unyielding machinery. Electric currents will course through the neutral network, numbing everything, taking control of everything until they completely reprise him, turning him into a weapon perfectly crafted for the task. The old man smiles at the thought, anticipation glinting in his eyes. He looks forward to the day it happens. Is that? Caleb was like, do you think there's a chip or something in me that's making me do this? And he was like, well, you're wrong. It's actually worse, I feel. In a forest where shattered stars rest, just in case it keeps going, a crystalline pool appears, as if infused with the wine of life is clear yet murky. In a forest where shattered stars rest. Okay, it's continuing. Young traveler, do not drink from it. Lost lover, do not drink from it. But when flowers wither in their sleep, when winds fall silent, when the vigilant owl closes its eyes, only then can you drink deep of these waters. Let the dead sing. O fountain of Atay, cleanse my time, nourish my flesh, spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. Spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. Interesting, we got a little more information about Ever. Yeah, and I need to kill stuff. So let's go. Pursue. Going to be a little bit overkill, I think. Yeah. Let's go. Maybe it's good. Kinda there, yeah.
My hands aren't just
Let's
for
put it
painting.
on auto. Why not?
Here it comes. Come.
There it goes.
My shark is hungry.
Now.
He's just killing everything, absolutely everything.
Follow me.
It doesn't really scale the level of your units.
My turn. Raphael,
Just a scratch.
Shouldn't be that much of
I'll be
a problem. I really like the outfit that they added. The one from main character.
Come, my shark is here's
I was kind of tired of the original one. This one is kind of nice with the long
this is
coat.
all too easy.
Not even a challenge.
Okay. Do we need a... Is there another one? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait. Let me...
My hands aren't just...
What can I do? Like... I can just... That's not it? I can just... Bring it there? Actually, no. Yeah. Just leave it like that. Yeah.
For painting.
Yeah, just leave it like that.
Come, my shark is hungry.
Now.
Anyways, I wonder if that's a little bit more of the story that I have left. I'm not really sure. That does seem like an ending of sort type of thing for the story.
See what trick it has up its sleeve.
At least it feels like it.
Go back to the pit you
After
came from.
completing this, I need to go check if there's anything in the bond. I think that could be like a part that I
Not
missed.
even a challenge.
Not that I missed, but that I have to do after I do the story. Because I was like checking all that stuff for how do you call it? Can I leave you there? No, that's good. There it is. There's go. There you go. And how do you call it? So yeah, I need to check that after getting the little gems here, because the event is ending like in like a few hours. It's very late right now. It's ending in like a few hours, like 9 hours, 7. I'm not really sure. And
even the smallest fluctuation.
I got all the stuff that I wanted. Obviously, I got the 2 cards. I got Silas, I got Raphael, I got the outfit, and I got the hair, which is just incredible. I didn't think for a moment there I thought I wouldn't. So I was doing a lot of stuff that would give me like gems, you know, so I can get more wishes. And I got the hair. I was like, okay, and now I'm very close to pity in a way for a 5-star. And
watch out. This one is a handful.
like yesterday, I was just browsing Instagram. I was just there, and I see the trailer. Not really the trailer, just the announcement that the next banner is going to be a birthday card for Raphael. So yeah, I'm very excited for that one. It's just 1 week, like the first week of March, so I'm going to be doing that too. I'm so happy. I'm very close to PD. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it though, so we will see. We will have to pray. You know, we have to pray. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? No, next. Coming soon. Okay. Oh wait. What is this? Yeah, this updated. Good. I can't stand the little notifications and stuff. Colonel mechanical arm modification. Yes. He was gravely injured in that explosion, and those who rescued him modified his damaged right arm. Now his right arm has undergone complete enhancement of bone, muscle, and skin. When needed, it can even transform into high-density metal, but the price he paid. The sensations of pain, warmth, and softness have all but disappeared. Let me check. You do have one. Rain's Embrace. This, it says 100, but it's because I was farming all of these. I haven't seen any of these. I haven't seen them. But it shows like 100% because I desperately needed the gems for it. So yeah, Rain's Embrace, let's go. He's going to show this obviously because I completed it in very big quotation marks. I didn't do it, so let's see what this is. If it has nothing to do, then we'll see.
Caleb, did you find it?
Nope. You sure you didn't lose it when you moved into your dorm? You climbed up pretty high. Don't stumble and fall.
Just tried a box, but still haven't found it.
Why do you need our high school photo album anyway?
Planning get-togethers is tough after graduation, so I want to make a commemorative album.
Keep looking then. And while you do that, I'm gonna flip through this notebook. Hold on. A count book? Since when did you keep a budget as a kid?
A count book?
A what?
Crap. It's the grudge ledger with all the times Caleb didn't play games with me, wouldn't help with my homework, and stole my candy.
I love her.
You better not read it.
Why not,
Give it to me.
I'm gonna open it right now.
Wait.
I love that. He's so
Caleb,
stupid.
Should have come down sooner.
He's so cute, but at the same time, it's like, what are you so twisted? Oh, that's such a pretty thing. I like those spaces like that.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Let's
so
wait
good.
until it's sunny outside.
Or we can do it now. We need to move this stuff first. The album might be on the shelf behind it.
Don't worry. I'll deal with it. You've been free as a bird after you went to college. I bet you already forgot where everything is since you were gone for so long.
It wasn't intentional. My classmates and I planned a trip for our last break. And before that was a club event.
I know. Our pipsqueak is all grown up. You have your own world now.
Caleb, did you wipe dirt on my face again?
Yes.
The skylight is...
Caleb? Remember when I got locked in the attic as a kid?
Do you not?
I was trapped here until late at night. I thought everyone forgot about me, but you came to my rescue.
Oh yeah, I forgot that even happened. You actually remember that? Here comes the downpour. We should head downstairs. Hey, watch out.
That shouldn't happen. I feel, at least not from Rain.
Are you okay?
Or maybe for like a... Ooh. Or was it you?
Yeah, I'm okay. What about you? You didn't bump your head or anything.
Oh, those, I just love the glasses floating around.
No, I'm okay.
No? Did it close?
The door.
And it doesn't open because it's an old attic, right?
Over a decade later, I find myself locked in here again.
Even if Gran got a new lock to keep you out of the attic, this is kinda overkill. Hey, where's your phone?
I don't know.
I left it downstairs.
You too, I guess. No way out.
This attic and I just don't get along. I always end up stuck in this place. You were able to rescue me from outside before, but now we're both trapped.
I remember there being a set of wrenches in here. Let me look.
Can you use like gravity able to move the lock?
Don't worry. Worst case scenario, Grandma comes back tomorrow to save us.
I can't wait that long.
Oh, you can just get out from the window.
Caleb, why are you more anxious than me? Are you afraid of the dark?
I don't want the same thing to happen to you again. Actually, I remember everything. Even how frustrated you were as you curled up in the corner. Tears streamed down your face.
I don't know if I trust that. Like, he acted like he didn't remember, but also now he's like, I remember everything. Maybe I'm doubting you too
don't
much.
need to remember all those details. How are you holding up? You finally got a break only to end up trapped in the attic with me. Today's just not your day, Caleb.
I wouldn't think of it that way. Who knows? Maybe I dragged you into some trouble before.
Here's the thing. She was trapped in an attic, right? He's the one that took her out. And he's just like, I don't want you to go through that again. But at the same time, present day, he's trying to lock us up. So, makes sense.
What? When? You look me in the eyes and tell me. Right now.
Why do I need to do that? You got something in your eye?
Caleb, what are you doing?
Looking at you. Duh. Didn't you always stare at me when we were kids? Why are you avoiding me right now?
Just you wait.
Okay. So, I might
Look
have
at
been the
that.
reason why you got locked in the attic back then.
You guilty piece of shit.
What? How?
When we had just moved here, the bullies and I didn't really get along. And one day they showed up at our doorstep. I was afraid they would try to mess with you, so I made up an excuse to send you to the attic. You'd be safe at least, and not anywhere near them.
And now? What about now? Is it really the door? That's the problem.
What? You actually locked me in the attic on purpose?
See, that makes more sense.
Don't get the wrong idea, Pipsqueak. I planned to let you out after I dealt with those guys, but I got carried away. They insisted I become their leader. We were walking around together.
So you decided to play with your new friends while I was locked in the attic?
Well, we ran into a group
yourself.
of kids from across the street. They were looking for trouble, so I took care of them. It got crazy. I couldn't come home.
In other words, Caleb, you locked me in the attic, and then you went off into battle?
Basically.
You don't have to say it like that. I mean...
You kind of aware. You didn't want to bring me along.
Excuses. You just didn't want to bring me along.
Why would I bring you with me? You'd be the first to rush in, unaware of how badly you could get hurt.
I can also get into an accident in an attic, so...
That doesn't mean I'll lose. Besides, you never let me try.
She's kind of right about that.
Always treat me like a kid. But I'm an adult now. I can even beat up some of the boys during training.
No matter how old you are, I'll always look out for you. What if you get bullied? Or what if there's an emergency?
Dude. See, that's the problem. I don't have a problem. I just noticed. I don't have a problem with characters being obsessive, yanderes, or very crazy people, but I don't like the overprotectiveness in this way. I generally, it irks me so much. Because it makes me feel useless. I think that's why I'm acting so petty with him all the time.
You're underestimating me again. I don't need you to protect me.
Like...
Is that so? Well, prove it. If you can beat me, then I'll believe you're capable of standing on your own 2 feet. And whatever happens to you is none of my business. Come on. Let me see what you've learned while I was away. I'll even go easy on you. I'll only use one hand.
The left one?
Fine, but you can't whine if you lose.
You're strong, but only to an extent. Now what? You want to go again?
Well, he says, I'll use one hand. He shows you his left. And you try to use your right? Like, girl. Think about it. It's so easy to defend.
I held myself back because I felt bad that you got locked in here with me.
Are you truly locked in?
Again.
Again. Really? Girl, don't you have another hand? Like, I know it's maybe right-handed, but you can definitely use your left.
Caleb, you... Why?
Scared?
No.
Even when you're like this, you say you don't need me.
This is this, that is that.
Left home and seen the world. What's next? You're gonna leave everything behind?
What are you even talking about? Leave behind what? Let go.
You're stubborn.
Yes.
Remember when you held my hand? You even let me stay by your side. Now you're an adult. Does that mean you're ready to let go of my hand?
Caleb.
You fucking
It
idiot.
won't be long until you're in a faraway place. And I'll be...
What are you thinking about, dude?
And... you... Right. I forgot. You're not a little kid who needs to be protected anymore. It's me who can't let go. I want to keep you in a world where it's just the two of us.
Am I reminiscent? Is this really something from the past? This is a very interesting thing.
Don't be scared. It's okay now.
I don't really like thunderstorms, I think. No.
Let me protect you. I can guarantee this will be the last time.
Are you sure about that? Are we sure? So good that I didn't spoil myself when I was just collecting the gems. This is pretty nice. See, I like him a lot when he's like this. Just, yeah.
I won't lock you in again. This is my promise to you.
And you didn't keep it.
Sleep now. After you wake up, I'll let you go.
That's an interesting thing to say.
The storms that you'll encounter in the future. They shouldn't exist in this world.
I do like him. I really do. I just feel like he still treats you like a little kid, which is kind of like the part that I don't like.
Cheer up. We'll see each other again during our next break, right?
Wait, is that luggage... Did the luggage have a texture? Or was it just a void? Or was the texture not loading? It looked like nothing. Wait. I'll need to look back on that.
But you were only here for a few days. I'll miss you.
In that case, how about I take you to Skyhaven for our next vacation? Deal?
Promise you won't forget.
Last night's downpour is probably the final one for the summer.
Yeah, and since the rain is gone, leaves will start to fall.
I guess it's about time we fixed up this old house. That way, when there's another storm, at least we'll have a home, a place to return to and hide in together.
See, that's so sweet. That's so sweet and cute. Yeah, that's all the story, I think. There's not much else that I can do here. And yeah, I have to wait until there's more stuff coming soon. Yeah, who knows when that's going to happen, so I don't know. Yeah, for now that's all. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.